Hey guys, so somebody asked me to do like a full review on the Conceal and Define by Makeup Revolution. So I previously did a first impressions. I'm using my Revolution blur stick, so I'm going to talk and do my foundation at the same time. Yeah, I recently did a first impression, which I kind of do stand by, although there are a couple of updates. But I was asked to do like a full review. So recently, when it was like really hot here in London, I stopped wearing primer because I just felt like that's just an extra layer that I just don't want, I just don't need, leave it. And since it hasn't gotten cold, but the weather's been up and down, like it kind of doesn't know what it wants to be, which is a bit sucky. So yeah, I've got the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation by Makeup Revolution in F12. So I tried this out for, this is like almost 2 weeks now. So it's like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks since I purchased and started wearing it. And I've decided that I want to wear it every single day, just so that I know that my thoughts and feelings were indeed correct. And for those of you who care, this has 0.8 flow ounces, which is 23 ml. So I'm trying to hold it up at the same time as I'm doing my foundation because I've got somewhere to be. I need to take my child boxing. It is vegan and cruelty free. It has a little bunny on it and it's got a 12-month shelf life. Okay, so here is how I feel about the foundation. I absolutely love the finish. I feel like it is a true matte finish. Some people are calling it a demi-matte. I don't see that. I see matte. I'm not seeing no demi-matte, nothing. I'm seeing matte. This is probably like one of the most mattifying foundations I have personally ever used ever in my entire life. Might I add. But I kind of feel that it clings to the skin. It's like it almost wants to become your skin. So any little bumps, pores, it accentuates it. It clings onto it. Makes it more visible. And that's what I am not keen on. And that was something that I said in my last video as well. But if you are using a pore filling primer like the Revolution Pro Blur Stick, then you will find that it will just help to fill those little gaps so that it is sitting on a smoother surface. But of course, a primer can't fix like small bumps. It can fill the pores, but it can't do anything about bumps because it's protruding, it's not inverted. So you're still gonna find that. What somebody did say is that, you know what, it's so funny that the bottle is glass because it's it's a heavy foundation. It's like it feels really weighty. It feels very like the quality is there, but the amount of foundation that you get is 0.8 flow ounces instead of like a full ounce. So did they just compensate by making the packaging a little bit heavier? Maybe, I don't know. So what I'm doing, I'm just pushing the foundation down so I can hopefully flatten some of those little bumps that I have. Like there's certain ones, like, I don't know if you can see this one here. It's just there, like I can't do anything about that until that just goes away itself. But there's like small bumps on my cheek, like the really small micro ones that I can see. But I know with other foundations, it just doesn't make them so apparent. So during the day, I'm going in with my Conceal and Define in C4. So during the day when I'm wearing this foundation, I tell you, I barely even remember that I have it on. I barely even remember that I have it on because it doesn't show a lot of my oils that peek through. That's something that I have to say. Like my oil, I barely have to blot. So I kind of feel like when I do need to blot, a lot of oil comes off. It's almost like it's holding on to the oil. It's almost like it's stopping the oil from peeking through for as long as it can. But when I do finally blot, oh my gosh, so much oil comes off of my skin. And that would be probably the amount of oil that I would normally blot during the day. But just at this point, I'm just doing it all at once. One thing I do have to say, and that I have said already, is that the way that this foundation looks on camera, and I mean on a camera like this, on my phone camera, it looks gorgeous. I can't deny how beautiful it looks. It's so nice. And when I compared this footage, well, not this particular footage, but the footage of my first impressions video, compared that to the like other videos that I've made, it was like, wow, this foundation is literally like airbrush for the camera. But I just didn't feel that same way in real life. But the way to make it better is of course to wear a primer, as I have been saying. I'm not really feeling like there's much else more to say about it, aside from, you know, it wears very well. Oh, it's £9. I want to tell you how much it is. But I think it's because I've spoken about it already that I'm just kind of like, whatever. Yeah, I think that if you're gonna wear this foundation, make sure you wear a pore filling primer, otherwise it's going to cling onto your skin anyway. But I would definitely wear the pore filling primer because it accentuates your texture. That's the be all end all. A lot of other foundations that I've worn or tried, it doesn't really matter if I wear a primer or not. It looks beautiful with and without. Just like with this one, there's no, like, it looks better with the primer. Just is what it is. I don't know if I'd buy this again. I said that before. I don't know if I'll buy it again. But I like that it is matte. I like a matte face. So yeah, that's my basic update. Like, wear a primer with it if you want it to look good in real life, not just on camera. But if you are somebody who does YouTube, who shoots Instagram stories or whatever, if you do something which means you have to film or whatever, use this foundation. It looks amazing on camera. Really, really good on camera. But that's basically my update, wear a primer. Anyway, so I'm gonna go and finish my makeup. You're gonna see how I did this look. You've already seen how I've done this look on Monday's video. So that's that. I'm gonna leave the link below for that video down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.